A quick peek into the locker room as the players get set for the game ahead, looking to make a big splash here tonight. Greetings and thanks for ending your Monday on 2K Sports with some NBA hoops. This is Brian Anderson at the table with basketball royalty, Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Allie LaForce, our reporter. Looking at the starting five for Boston. The perimeter pair, it's White and Brown. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. And it's Holiday in at the point guard position. And for the Timberwolves, Conley and Ant are the 1 and the 2. Julius Randle out there with Jaden McDaniels. And it's Gobert in at the center position. And Grant, having a lengthy bench, so important in the NBA.
It really is. I mean, there's always the risk of guys getting hurt throughout the season. So the teams know the value of having a very deep rotation. And they make the most of their bench, which is smart.
Now here's Holiday. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
2 shots.
That's good from Holiday. Clark, with Minnesota being a major player in the West now, Wolves Nation is howling.
Howling and growling, B.A. That's the name of their fan base. And, yeah, they're excited. And for good reason. Not only is this team competitive, but they can be downright dominant at times, especially at the defensive end of the floor. Easy group to cheer for.
Holiday hits them both.
That's what he does. Rock solid at the line.
Conley up top. He's covered by Holiday. It's stolen by Tatum. Holiday with the ball. Tatum, a screen on Conley. Pass to Tatum. He's off on that one. Randle with some nice D. Back to Conley. Outside Edwards. Randle with it. Fires the 3. The shot misses. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Celtics. On the wing, Tatum. Right side, Porzingis. Outside Tatum. 6 to shoot. And Gobert with a block.
So good at finding these swats. Gobert loves reaching out and sending them away.
And he gets it back. Shot clock at 2. Here's Tatum. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Here's Minnesota. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I caught up with Coach Chris Finch. We talked about some of the challenges that they'll face tonight, not the least of which is defending Jason Tatum. He said the guy plays with so much confidence. He's a great scorer from all 3 levels. He can go for 40, 50, 60 in a night. We just have to try and make someone else beat us.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Now here's Holiday. Here's Porzingis. And it's Gobert with a rebound. And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. All right, Clark, how about Rudy Gobert? What consistency rebounding the ball.
Yeah, averaging double digits pretty much every season, B.A. And that helps them in the battle of possessions, obviously. And it also helps them control pace. You got a guy who eats glass like that and defends at a high level. You got something real good for yourself.
Now here's Randle to get back on track. Drops in the 3.
Yeah, excellent work in pick and roll. Now, Randle looking crafty at creating for himself there.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Well, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Porzingis with a screen on Randall. Here's Tatum, and he drives in. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got his 4th rebound in this one. Left side, Conley. Randall outside. Pass to McDaniels. To the left side wing. 5 to shoot. Here's Randall. And it's blocked. He keeps control of the ball. Now the Celtics on the move.
You have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands.
Yeah, he wanted credit for the basket and the assist on that one.
A minute 53 left in the first quarter of the game. Conley passes to Randall, launches a 3. No good. The Celtics with the lead. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, it may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Boy, that basketball IQ you see from Holiday, understated but consistent, so valuable, especially in these pick and roll sets where he just cuts up defenses.
Now here's Conley. No made baskets yet.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high impact defense they want to see out of him.
Outside White. Outside Tatum. Pass to Holiday. Back to Tatum for 3. Rebound Minnesota. Conley with the ball. Now guarded by Brown. Edwards for 3. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up.
You know, Edwards is still tweaking his three-point shot, but it sure looked good there.
Here's Holiday. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And a new group getting ready for the Timberwolves. Reed's checked in for Gobert. Clark comes in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Anthony Edwards. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Conley. So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Cornette's checked in for Kristaps Porzingis. Horford comes in for Tatum. Hauser, he's checked in for White. And Pritchard is subbed in for Holiday. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Randall can't hit.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
From deep three-point land. And that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. Tie game in Minnesota. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. All right, let's quickly break down the game. What we've seen so far from the Timberwolves, guys.
Well, it's pretty obvious. I mean, cashing in on extra opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Boy, grinding it out on the glass. They've really been working for those points.
And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the T-Wolves. We've got Anthony Edwards. Miller is out there with Naz Reid. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
Look at how expertly Horford rolls out of the pick. Not only did he do it with fundamental soundness, but he did it fast, too.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Yet to see a basket. And Reed with a basket on the assist by DiVincenzo.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Screen by Horford. Tatum passes to Horford. Puts the move on. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake.
I don't know.
Here's
Ay, di ko
Edwards.
alam.
Oh, Edwards just bullying his way inside.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards? Confident in taking on defenders and finishing.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Lineouts checked in for Miller. And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. Craig with a screen. Here's Tatum driving to the basket. Oh, Tatum with the power move.
Tatum's athleticism as he drives, really impressive. I mean, just shredding the defense to pieces there.
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves are one of the biggest teams in the association, and Coach Chris Finch said, quote, "That's how we're built. It's part of our identity. That's what we have to lean into. We want to be big at the rim and force our size on opponents." Brian, he loves to see other teams hesitant to venture into the paint.
Hearing footsteps, right? Allie, thanks. Rudy Gobert is checked in for the Timberwolves. Conley comes in for DiVincenzo. Porzingis is checked in for Boston. Holiday comes in for Craig. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Picked by Gobert. Edwards, the pass to Gobert. And Gobert flushes it home.
Gobert knows his strengths on offense and plays to them well.
Now Holiday to the middle. Here's Porzingis. The kick to Tatum. Launches it. And that one goes. 3 for 9 for him.
Well, if you let him shoot freely, you're going to give up a lot of trays.
Outside Reed. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Pass to Edwards. The 3 ball. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Porzingis sets a screen. Inside. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's Edwards. Oh, my goodness!
Disrespectful.
Show us what you got, young fella. Anthony Edwards. Love to see you operate like that.
Here's Pritchard. Still without a bucket. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Tatum inside, working on Reed, and that one drops.
Tell you what, Tatum using his length for positioning inside, able to operate well in the paint.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Changes here for the Timberwolves. Julius Randle's checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Alexander Walker. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Edwards. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And here's Conley. Down low. Here's McDaniels. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And he might not blow you away with numbers, but there's a reason why McDaniels is on the floor so often, Clark.
Hey, B.A., I love his versatility at both ends of the floor. He knows exactly what's needed from him by his team. He gives it to him. He doesn't need a lot of touches. He just plays the game. Love his motor, love his consistency. He is the epitome of a value-utility guy.
Free throw good, McDaniels.
Guys like McDaniels, who can guard just about any position on the floor, extremely valuable these days.
And both free throws good for McDaniels.
He's one of the league's best free throw shooting bigs. A performance like this certainly proves it.
Porzingis sets a screen to the paint. Shakes him. Oh, Porzingis getting it done inside.
Really hard to guard Porzingis, especially when he's moving like this in the screen and roll.
Conley passes to McDaniels. There's 48 seconds left in the first half of this game. Back to Conley. Shot clock at 6. Gobert with a screen on Holiday. Here's Conley. Rebounded by the Celtics.
And that's as good a look as he's going to get. He's just got to shake that one off and keep it moving.
Screen by Horford. That one goes in.
There you see the creativity. Holiday is so good at reading pick and rolls and breaking defenses down. It's hard to corral him when he's got the ball in those situations.
Holiday against Conley. Pass to DiVincenzo. Now Randall. Horford with the block. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Boston out in front. They lead by 1. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum. Man, is he getting it done today.
And in the first half, he dominated in the post. He got the looks he wanted and was able to execute.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
The Timberwolves trail. On the court right now for the Celtics. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. The perimeter pairing, it's White and Brown. And it's Holiday in at the 1. The kick out to Edwards. Five on the clock. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got rebound number 8 now. Pass to Holiday. Porzingis with a screen on Conley. The shot by Holiday, no good. Minnesota shooting just around 32% from the field. Inside, Edwards lays it in.
Edwards flexing on them now, bully ball inside.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, Anthony Edwards, his disposition just brightens a locker room. Coach Chris Finch said he's an absolute joy to coach, always in a great mood with a great smile. It doesn't matter if he plays well or he doesn't. Every day he has the same approach and the same attitude.
And he wants to be great, Allie. There's no doubt about that.
Really smooth release from Tatum on that three. Makes that shot look effortless.
Edwards against White. Outside Edwards, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul of the game.
A great job to establish position and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Now here's Holiday. Tatum, a screen on Conley. Pass to Tatum. Shoots from 12. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. And now a 4-point Boston lead.
Tatum clearly putting on a show in this one, doing it all.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Edwards, a pass to Gobert. White with a steal. Outside Holiday. Pass to Brown. And here's Tatum. Spins. Left side White. Shot clock at 5. Porzingis with a screen on Randall. Tatum passes to Porzingis. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Man, I love watching Tatum break down the defense in the pick and roll, exploits any passing lane that's available to him.
Timberwolves trail by 6. It's Edwards on the wing. He's guarded by White. Shot is good by Edwards.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
The Celtics have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Porzingis sets a screen to the inside. Oh, sweet move. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists now in this one. And so Conley will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Outside Edwards. Picked by Gobert. And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. And Minnesota making a change here. Alexander Walker's checked in. The Celtics also with a sub. Pritchard's checked in for White. Here's Edwards. 11 points in the game. Randall deciding where to go with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. And Gobert with the stuff.
Yeah, never a bad idea to have Randall with the ball. Just a great passing forward.
Porzingis with a screen on Randall. The drive by Tatum. Too easy for Tatum, even with the contact.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Right side Conley. We've got 108. Oh! Rudy on the lob.
Gobert is a big target, especially when he's roaming around that rim.
Celtics lead by 4. Holiday with the ball. To the middle. Here's Porzingis. Over Gobert. Pulled the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though. Porzingis has got 10.
Defense has struggled with Porzingis in the paint. I mean, he's able to shoot right over most defenders.
Conley passes to Gobert. Back to Conley. A deep 3. It's rebounded by Jaylen Brown.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Outside Edwards. From 9 feet, and another basket for Minnesota. There's Tatum with the three. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's Boston with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Dante DiVincenzo out there with Anthony Edwards. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Naz Reid. And it's Garza in at the 5, down low. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Outside, DiVincenzo sinks it from distance. DiVincenzo's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. On the wing, Tatum. Here's the floater. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's on Anthony Edwards.
Coming at you with so many ways to get his points. Tatum draws a lot of contact throughout the game. Gets himself to the line.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
They've been all about high percentage looks in this game, working the ball inside and doing whatever it takes to get it to go.
And another thing they've been exceptional at is their passing. On-target ball movement has gotten them a lot of assists tonight.
The first free throw is good.
You really like your chances with Tatum at the line. He locks in and focuses on these two.
Some changes for Minnesota. Ingles comes in for Garza, and Clark has subbed in for Alexander-Walker. And so Tatum nails both of them. Timberwolves trail by 5. Outside Edwards. Edwards, no problem with the contact.
Boy, tonight just gives you a picture of the potential of Edwards. I mean, this guy is an electrifying scoring guard.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. Here's Tatum, down low. Craig, the kick to Tatum, fires for 3. JT for 3.
Well, I like how Tatum had his hands up and ready to go on that catch and shoot. Well done.
Edwards looking for an opening. 3-pointer off the mark.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it. And the Timberwolves will go for a different look here. Gobert's checked in for Reid. Randall comes in for Ingles. McDaniels is checked in for Clark. And Conley subbed in for DiVincenzo. So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Porzingis is checked in for Horford. Brown comes in for Hauser. Derek White's checked in for Craig. And Holiday subbed in for Pritchard. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. Let's get a report from Allie.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. He isn't liking what he's seeing out there on the perimeter, saying to his guys, defensively, we're too lax, and they're getting any three they want. And offensively, the ball movement, it isn't crisp, which is why we're not getting many opportunities from outside. I want to see improvement on both ends.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Edwards against Tatum. Outside McDaniels. White against Randall. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
When a guy has a 7'6" wingspan like Porzingis does, it's just tough to get away from him or get by him. That allows him to block a lot of shots.
It's great to see a fantastic block on replay once again.
An emphatic rejection that was. Boy, you got to appreciate that kind of forceful, in-your-face defense.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. 6-point game. Porzingis sets a screen. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
Well, you can't go up weak against Randall. Otherwise, he's going to block it.
To the paint. And Porzingis with the block. They recover it. And stolen by Brown. And they're pushing it up. Here's Tatum. Tatum knocks it down. He's locked in right now.
Showing off with the floater game. Not a shot you can swat.
For Minnesota, they've gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the fourth. Here's Edwards. Good work defensively by White.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Porzingis with a screen on Conley. And the basket by Holiday.
You know, Holiday is one of those rare guards who's as physical as any other player on the floor. Holiday busting it up inside.
Timberwolves trail by 10. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Edwards against White. Randall outside. Clock at 6. To halt the run. Sends it home from three-point land.
Yeah, a shot that Randall has added to his repertoire. Shooting the three with confidence now.
Porzingis with a screen on Conley. It's Holiday with a drive. Kick out to Brown. White, the pass to Brown. Three-pointer, no good.
You know, when he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of D they need to play on.
McDaniels finds Gobert. Back to Daniels. Now here's Gobert. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Big guys know it's going to get physical inside, so Gobert was ready for the action.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go.
You know, he gets there so often. Gobert would like to make these at a higher clip.
And the second of 2 is good. And that trims the lead to 6.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Inside. Here's Porzingis. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday.
So good at getting to his spots and then cashing in, making the game look easy.
55 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. Goes up off the inbound, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Already growing a reputation as one of the game's most notorious trash talkers, Edwards is just having fun out there.
Shooting 2.
He drops the first one, and that narrows the gap to 7. And both free throws good for Edwards.
Wow, coming through for his team at the line and cutting this down to a very tight game.
And an intentional foul right there. And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
They're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time defense.
.44 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Brown can't hit. And so Randall will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They trail by 6. And Holiday, here we go. And Conley grabs the miss.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
No, you need a quick bucket and then a quick foul.
Minnesota again missing.
He's lost his momentum in a big hurry. Coming off an excellent quarter, now he just can't find the bucket.
Shooting for Boston, Kristaps Porzingis at the line for 2.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And Minnesota calls time here. They're losing by 7. Guys, your thoughts?
And time's running short. They just couldn't get over that hump.
You know, maybe working on their 60-second drill, even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future.
Make some noise.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth. The kick out to Edwards. Fires from deep. Minnesota again missing. There's Tatum with the 3. Hits the trifecta. So we see the Celtics taking the W here. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when you're out on the road, the wins can feel a little sweeter. This one has to feel extra special.
All right, let's send it down to Allie LaForce, who's with our player of the game.
Jason, with you guys being such a young team, how do you continue to improve to reach your potential?
We got to watch film. I mean, we did a lot of good things today. A lot of things we could have done better. And we just got to be focused, composed, and play with a lot of poise, and we'll be fine.
Poise normally comes with experience, but because you're so young, you're finding it early. Congrats.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching. And we present the player of the game, Jayson Tatum.